Hello everyone, I'm Scott Lowe with IGN. I'm here with Mitch Dyer.
That's me.
Yep, you got glasses. And we're here to talk about the Fire TV from Amazon.
I've heard of that.
Is a new thing, just came out today, or just was announced today.
Shipping today.
Shipping today, announced and shipping.
Yes.
I like this trend. I like when products are announced,
hey,
you
here
just
it
go
is.
buy it.
It's out.
Yeah.
You can have one now.
I like that a lot. So if you've missed the news, the Fire TV is Amazon's long-rumored set-top box, but also a bit of a game console.
Yes.
So it's kind of like half Apple TV, half Ouya of sorts. Except
it's two great products in one. It's two things that are totally useful to you
except
in
for
one machine.
Destined to be far more successful than the Ouya, at least.
I hope so, because I bought one, and I did not buy an Ouya.
I mean, the Amazon branding lends some kind of faith there, I guess. So the big features are it has a quad-core processor, 2 gigs of RAM.
Okay.
It does HDMI output, as you might expect, but it has the full array of content services. So you have Amazon Video on Demand and all of the rental services for both TV and movies.
And if you're a Prime subscriber, like all your Prime stuff is just there, so you
Yeah.
can watch like, hey, you want to watch 9 seasons of X-Files? Yeah, you do.
But you also have, third-party stuff like HBO Go, Netflix, Hulu, and all of that. So it's very similar to a lot of other products like the Roku in terms of the content offering. The UI is a little sleeker. It's like it looks pretty good. It kind of looks like kind of like the One Guide on Xbox One a little bit. So it's got some cool stuff going on there. But the big stuff is, of course, the gaming angle.
Yes.
Amazon's Fire platform, the Kindle Fire, the tablet series, it's something that's been kind of growing. It's kind of like a fragmented Android ecosystem, but there is a lot of great content on it. You have Asphalt 8, you have Minecraft Pocket Edition, Walking Dead. So they're showing this off.
Yes.
The important thing is the pricing is $100.
Not bad.
But then you can buy a controller for another $40.
Yeah, the Ouya comes with a controller.
Yeah, which to be fair, the Ouya does half as much.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to just trash the Ouya, but like so. But they showed off some interesting content like Minecraft running on a TV with through the Android ecosystem. You've got they've got partnerships with EA,
Ubisoft, Sega,
Gameloft. So a lot of partnerships. They're touting like thousands of games will be available and compatible with it, which is not really surprising because if you think about the fact that like Android gamepad support has been around for a long time, I'm sure making the leap for this particular device.
It's a pretty easy, natural, expected transition.
Yeah. So I think the big question, though, becomes where does this fit competitively in the market?
Yeah. So right now, the only edge that this particular Amazon, I don't know if you want to call it a console, but whatever, like the Amazon game console, the edge it has right now is Amazon Game Studios and Double Helix. Those are two Amazon-owned studios, obviously Amazon Game Studios. They have some good talent, like Double Helix made Killer Instinct and Strider. Like that's a good studio.
Yeah, and Microsoft retains some of the talent from that, but a good bulk of the staff they took with them for Amazon.
Yes.
So they're investing heavily in content. That we haven't seen a whole lot of results from it yet, but I mean with time. But that's the thing about this is why I think it's a little different than something like an Ouya. It's like because Amazon can just literally keep throwing money at it until it becomes a compelling, content system. So
yeah, and I mean Amazon's first game, Civ Zero, I think is the name. I've already forgotten the name of it. It's how memorable it is. It's like a third-person shooter across the tower defense thing. It's free if you buy a controller. So if you're gonna be playing games, like you get this game for free. That's like a good first step, but I'm not convinced that Amazon Game Studios on its own is enough to sustain this thing long term for gamers. People who want to play games are going to want more than one exclusive game every 6 months, a year, however long it takes them to crank out an app. At the same time, they also need to make it appealing to people like you and me who have next-gen consoles. We don't want to have a console that's like, oh, it plays these like TV-ified mobile games, essentially.
Right. Well, and that's the big problem is like, all of these companies are competing for a very specific market. Your content ecosystem, if you have a smartphone for Apple, you're most likely going to want an Apple TV because then your content can extend to that eventually when Apple inevitably makes their own, kind of app store console of their own, which is rumored to be this year. That's going to throw a big wrench in the system. But if you are a Kindle owner or you have a bunch of Amazon content that you buy and purchase, like it might be a little more alluring. But again, it's like this idea of like it's all just aligned to which one you buy into. Like and like immediately over Twitter, a bunch of questions. The guy was like, "Why do I need this? I have an Xbox One." I mean, I think the immediate answer is like, "Well, your Xbox One doesn't cost $100, and you might want to have a device in another room or something like that." I know I do. I don't have my console's in my bedroom, but I want to be able to stream the content, and so a little $99 box makes a ton of sense. But like, which box that is, I think, is the big question.
Yeah, I mean, do you want a Chromecast? Do you want an Apple TV? Do you want this Amazon
it's
thing?
It's a very crowded market.
Yeah, and they all essentially do the same thing with all these different, like, okay, they all have Netflix, they all have HBO Go, they all have XYZ. Amazon has the advantage of, okay, there's Prime, there's all of these products that you already own, there's these maybe exclusive games coming. I don't know. We'll see, man. Like, it's going to be an interesting, like, 6 to 12 months.
Yeah, I mean, this box in particular does some interesting stuff. Like the remote, you can see it back here. You can do voice commands and stuff.
I have not seen the remote. I will take my first look right now.
Well, considering one arrives for you tomorrow.
This is my reaction.
Yeah.
It's a good remote.
So yeah, there's a lot to dive in here, and we're just getting started. We've got a unit coming tomorrow.
Yes.
We're going to do a full unboxing, hands-on impressions,
Absolutely.
and then eventually a review. And you can kind of get the lowdown on the the Amazon. Amazon.
That's awkward.
Fire TV this week and coming soon. So stay tuned to IGN for all that and more.